along the grain. Okay. About that size, larger size like that. Note that I don't cut the beef jerky square pieces. I cut them kind of not too square. Okay, like this. This is authentic Hmong jerky, this big. Just like how my mother made when I was growing up. There, take a closer look of the big pieces. Again, I don't make it square. I make it large on one side and then thinner on the other. Okay. Cutting along the grain. Okay, here are my ingredients to make the authentic Hmong beef jerky, just like how my mother used to make when I was growing up. One added ingredient that I added that my mother didn't have back home was the cooking wine. I am using the cooking wine to help tenderize the beef, but back home when my mother made the authentic beef jerky, there was no cooking wine and it was just fine too. But in the modern time, I like adding some cooking wine. 4 pounds of beef. And so adding the salt, chicken powder. Note that the chicken powder you can substitute for mushroom seasoning, or if you want to use MSG, you certainly can, change it to MSG, but you need to calculate your salt ratio so that you have more salt, because MSG is not salty. And in this recipe, I do not use any roasted garlic powder or black pepper because I want the beef jerky to be as authentic. I may eat it alone after I cook it, or I may use the jerky to make any kind of beef stew or soup. For that reason, I omit the black peppers and the roasted garlic and just want to have an authentic, neutral flavor in the beef jerky. So some sugar here, adding the cooking wine. Lastly, the oil. And again, putting on cooking glove and just mix the beef with all the ingredients, incorporated very well together. Marinating the beef like this overnight, that gives you the best beef jerky flavor. I never make my jerky in an hour or two or even a few hours. I always give myself enough time and marinate it, refrigerate it overnight. The next day I can dry it or dehydrate it, however method that I choose. That would give me the best beef jerky flavor. Again, this is my personal beef jerky recipe that I'm sharing here with all of you. Just gonna cover the bowl and put it in the refrigerator overnight, and then tomorrow we're going to use my charcoal smoker or grill to dry the beef. This is my authentic Hmong beef jerky, and I apologize earlier when I first put the meat onto the grill. I forgot to turn on the camera, so did not catch at the beginning of the grilling time for the beef jerky. Actually, this is a charcoal grill combination with smoke. And so I'm going to put the cover on to let it smoke. So sorry that forgot to turn on the camera and couldn't catch at the beginning. Okay, let's cover it. Okay, let's check the beef jerky. Ooh, it's looking very pretty, delicious. The authentic Hmong beef jerky, it's all done. Looking so yum. Okay. So the authentic Hmong beef jerky, after it's been cooked, this is how my mother usually made in the old days. So she would take a Hmong knife or a clever knife. I don't have a Hmong knife, so I'm using a clever knife. I'm going to pound it before serving it. This helps to soften the beef jerky rather than just eat it without pounding it. So the technique of pounding it here softens the beef or the beef jerky. Ooh. Then I'm just gonna cut half. Looking so delicious. Hmong beef jerky. It has a very delicious flavor with the smoked aroma from the grill because I smoked the beef jerky. I'm having authentic Hmong beef jerky for dinner with just rice and hot chili peppers. This is Thai chili. So this is how my mother prepared growing up, and beef jerky and just a bowl of rice. This is my rice, and I'm going to add some water. Okay. So in the Hmong language, bé hú cho nó hua tại món chay day đó nè. Món chay day simply translates that it's rice with water. And so this is my bowl of rice with water, and I love chili. So I don't have any fresh chili, but these are my Thai chili that I grew from my garden this past summer, and I freeze them, but they'll be all right. So beef jerky, it's a finger food, and I apologize for not using any knife or fork with the beef jerky because it is a finger food that I'm going to be using just my hand to grab the beef jerky. So I apologize. Okay, so let's have a piece. Okay. Ooh, looking so delicious. Very delicious flavor, and it's smoky from the smoke grill. You have the option to just grill it or smoke, but this time I made my Hmong beef jerky from the grill and I smoke it, so it's very delicious. So I'm going to just eat some rice here. Very good. Mm. I like spicy food, and my meal is incomplete without any chili peppers. So most of the time when you see I eat, you're going to see some kind of chili dipping sauce or just simply a whole chili like this one. Mm, very good. Mm, so good. Mm. This is a very simple meal but very soul soothing. It's so delicious. Well,